Welcome to Motivation Speech. Today's video will be Joe Dispenza, talking about how to manifest your dream life. Thoughts to me produce an electrical charge in the quantum field, and feelings produce a magnetic charge in the quantum field. And how you think and how you feel broadcasts an electromagnetic signature that influences every single atom in your life. The thought sends the signal out. Now think about this, and the feeling draws the event back, so you could have the intent that you want, wealth you want, health you want, success. That's your intent, that's your thought. But if you're waiting for the experience to happen to feel it, then you're not drawing the experience to you because you're not feeling the emotion right. So then, teaching people once again how to balance their thoughts and feelings, because you can enter that cycle either place. Sometimes we do a meditation, we start opening our heart, we start elevating the body's energy, and then those emotions can drive certain thoughts of your future. Other times you open your awareness, you create brain coherence, you have the vision of your future, you begin to emotionally experience it. However, you want to jump on that cycle and then sustain it, because the longer you're conscious of that energy, the more you're drawing your future to you. So then most people spend their lives right there. We live in this realm called space-time, three-dimensional reality, and you move your body through space and three-dimensional reality. It takes time, yes. So everything, all your goals, all your dreams, all your visions, you're gonna have to get your body up and drag it through space every day to pay off that. You know that home that's in your future, right? When you create from the field instead of from matter, when you use a vibrational match between your energy and some potential, and your thoughts and feelings are coherent, now you are going to begin to collapse time and space, or the experience is going to be drawn to you. Now you're the vortex to your destiny, and now you don't have to go anywhere to get it, because you're not playing by the rules of three-dimensional reality, you're playing by the rules of energy and the quantum. So teaching people how to do this and getting better at it, then all of a sudden they're not forcing and controlling outcomes. In fact, they're trusting and surrendering to outcomes because they don't want to get in the way. Because the moment you start trying to predict when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen, you're overlaying a known over a place where there should be an unknown, right? So teaching people how to do that means we have to lay down the very thing we used our whole life to get what we want for something greater to occur, right? The first step is you got to become conscious of your unconscious thoughts. And you got to start looking at those hardwired thoughts that you think every day, that are just circuits that have been fired and wired together. You just have to sit down, close your eyes, and not move, and then you'll start seeing, what am I thinking about right now? Yeah, and all you want to do is observe the thought. Because when you begin to observe that thought, you're no longer the program. Now you're the consciousness observing the program. And you're starting to pull out of the program, but thinking about the thinking. Yeah, who's doing the thinking of the thinking about the thinking? That's who you are. When you're not the program, that's awareness, right? You got to become aware of how you speak, how you act, become so conscious, so aware of it that you won't go unconscious and let that thought or that behavior run you. You got to say, oh my God, this feeling that I've been living by for the last 20 years is actually guilt. I didn't know it was guilt because it just feels like me. And all of a sudden, as you start becoming conscious of it, you're beginning to objectify your subjective self. You're pulling out of those programs, and nobody likes to do that because it's uncomfortable. They'd rather turn on their cell phone, start texting, get on the internet, watch TV to distract them from that moment. And that is what they have to move through in order to get to to their own personal freedom. So the first step is becoming conscious, and meditation means to become familiar with to be. To become conscious of to become so. Conscious of your unconscious self, that you won't go unconscious to any thought, any behavior or emotion, and get ready. Because it takes a tremendous amount of energy to do that, and awareness to stay conscious, and so we fall from grace. You find you got your awake, you got another day. Let's go again. Number 1, they get up in the morning, and of the first thing they do is they think about the problems in their life, and those problems are memories from the past. So the moment they think about their problems, they're thinking in the past, right? Every one of those problems has an emotion attached to them, so they start feeling unhappy or unworthy or whatever, and how you think and how you feel is your state of being. So most people's entire state of being is in the past when they start the day. So if they're in the familiar past, they're going to live in a predictable future, right? So they get up and they check their cell phone, they check their text, their WhatsApp, their Facebook, they post something on Facebook, they tweet, they Twitter, they check the news, then they go to the bathroom, get a cup of coffee, take a shower, get dressed, check more emails, drive to work the same way, do the same thing. So they're in a program, they've actually lost their free will to the program. Wow. So if you start your day, and you start your day with this simple question: what is the greatest ideal of myself that I can be today? You ask yourself that question. Now listen, your body's going to go like, well, you got to get a cup of coffee, and you've got to get, I'm tired, yeah, and you've got to go, our body. You're not the mind, I'm the mind. Right now you're going to sit here, I'm going to feed you. You're going to get your coffee, you're going to do all those things, but right now this is my time, you're going to obey me, right? So now the body's no longer the mind. You're the mind, and so when it wants to get up, and you become aware of it and return back to the present moment, every time you do, that's a victory, and you're changing some aspect of yourself. So then ask yourself, I do this all the time. Write down 4 thoughts that you're going to stay conscious of the whole day. I can't, it's too hard. You'd be surprised the moment you become conscious of what those thoughts are, how unconscious you've been to them all day, you know, for weeks on end. Write down what you speak, how you speak. 4 things you want to change: how you act, how do you act, do you complain, do you blame, you make excuses, you feel sorry for yourself, that's a victim consciousness. What emotions do you live by? Is it possible that you're so used to living by guilt you don't even know it's guilt, it just feels like you allow your energy to drop? Become conscious of those states of mind and body and review them and say, this is the old self. Then say, what thoughts do I want to fire and wire in my brain? And start firing and wiring and start feeling it. What behaviors will I demonstrate today? What choices will I make? One day, one lifetime, just like you did. Rehearse them. Rehearse the whole entire thing. Begin to install the neurological hardware in your brain, and if you keep installing it, the hardware is going to become a software program. You're going to start thinking and acting that way. And then here's the tough part: can you teach your body emotionally what your future is going to feel like before it's made manifest? And don't get up until you feel that way. Now practice that for a few days, and then see if you can stay in that state, and watch all of a sudden all those weird doors start opening for you. Synchronicities, whatever they are. Number 2, take up time at the end of your day. The end of your day, before you lay down, and give thanks for your life and feel gratitude, and really teach your body what it feels like, the emotional signature of gratitude. When gratitude means you're getting something, if I give you something that's of value, you would say thank you because you would feel it right? So when you're receiving, you're giving thanks, so gratitude is the ultimate state of receiving. So then people only accept, believe, and surrender to the thoughts equal to their emotional state. So if you're in a state of gratitude, every thought's gonna make it right down into your body.